So tell me a little bit about the process of working with picture editorial, and then how did post-production go? At what point did you guys get involved in the film?
Early.
Yeah.
Early. Yeah, we went in pretty early. It was months in advance of when we were actually scheduled to start post sound. Partially due to the practicality of weather. Up in Canada, it gets cold, so we can't record cars. We can't record. There are some things that we can't record, so we're limited by the seasons up there a little bit more. And so we needed access to the vehicles so that we could go out and record those. And we were, lucky enough that the guys on set were able to give us access to those when they weren't on camera.
Oh, so you guys actually started during
the
production
actual,
when
they were shooting. There would be off nights where, they would nervously hand us a driver and a vehicle that needed to shoot the next day.
The keys to the pristine Cadillac.
Yeah,
right?
well, we didn't get the pristine Cadillac. It's that. Glenn can fill you in on that story a little bit better than I can. That had an unfortunate incident. And so we got another Cadillac. Different. It wasn't the beautiful teal. But it was the same model of Cadillac.
Fortunately, the color doesn't really
register. We weren't recording the color that night. We turned that down. But no, they actually were able to help us coordinate the authentic vehicles for the show. And
did you have access to the van? Because that was a pretty
that thing
rare,
was a nightmare.
rare vehicle. That one.
And
why was the van a nightmare? So this is Richard Jenkins' van that they smuggled.
The little brown van.
So I have a question for you guys. I've just been calling him the Creature. Did you guys come up with a nickname for him?
The Asset.
Or the Asset. We called him Fishman.
I affectionately called him Arthur B. Fishman, but I didn't really share that with you guys.
No, but Cam and Guillermo, we
Fishman.
called him Fishman.
Fishman.
Yeah.
Okay, so the van was a panel van basically that they take Fishman out in, right?
Yeah, it was an old Econoline. It was an old Ford Econoline
1962
van.
Econoline.
Yeah,
right?
and I think earlier than that, right? Because it's already beaten up in the movie, which takes place in.
Well, yeah, Richard Jenkins probably wouldn't have a brand new van.
He wouldn't. Yeah, he was. Yeah, that wasn't fresh off the lot. And so we had this panel van, and I remember talking to the vehicle coordinator, and he was like, okay, but we're gonna have one of our mechanics drive it because it takes a little bit of Fonzie to get it to start and stay running. You know what I mean? Like you kind of need to know what you're doing. And so some of the time we spent out that night recording that car was a little bit of mechanic love.
That's great.
To get it up
started.
Get it up and purring again. But man, does it have a sound, eh? That thing's it's got a very unique sound. The engine compartment is between the driver and passenger seats underneath.
What?
Like honestly, the engine compartment is between those two seats, and there's just like a single layer of sheet metal covering the engine, and there are holes. So we were able to get little.
You're sitting on top of the engine.
Basically, yeah, and we were able to get those little DPA lav mics inside the engine bay through the holes, and sort of amp that up by beefing up the exhaust recording.
Well, yeah, and obviously once they steal Fishman, they're sort of not really driving around. They're not just puttering around. They're gunning that.
Oh yeah,
thing.
they haul it out of the
lab.
The tire squeal of the van was a bit of a bone of contention during the mix.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. We got there. We got there.